they know what Banks said. I got the work on the avenue, they know what Tank said. I got the that live in the mansion, they know what that. I got some that's up in the jet, they know what that. I came on top of the building, yeah, my...
All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the Indianapolis Colts and the Kansas City Chiefs. The winner here goes to the Super Bowl, and we'll know soon enough which team that'll be as we are underway in the AFC title game. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory, right at the 40. He'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Roth got his man complete over the middle. It's Harmon. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. They give them a gain of 38.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Harmon. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And they'll run him here. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Watch it now, Barney!
Back to throw. Roth. That is caught at the 7-yard line. Tally, that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a first down.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They get it to him running left. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal.
Detroit!
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
How crucial will those 5 yards be? We'll see as they come up again here, 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Roth. Flushed out, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Hassan Reddick able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that'll bring up 4th down. And this one is right through. And the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using...
And the Chiefs are going to get him. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They'll set up to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Well, they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's 4th down. Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And they'll go on the ground. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Now back to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 4th down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. Mike Zimmer got to be unhappy with how that turned out. And the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And all the way in Kansas City touchdown. A great effort there. 37 yards. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes this a 9-point game. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. To the right side and complete to Njoku. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. They're going to look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Back to throw now on second and 10. Going down the middle, and it's complete. Second catch of this AFC title game, and he's got a first down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback has to slide and find open space to throw.
Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and it'll be second and 12. They'll look to throw here. That's Njoku over the middle and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. He's up over 50 yards receiving now in this first half. It's a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone.
Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Looking to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6, second and goal. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. So it's 3rd and goal now, and this is where the Arrowhead crowd can make it very tough.
No, Jack, Patriot! Patriot! Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Gun! 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 Leopard!
Back to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. Well, that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
It takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that.
Back 99 Philly, here we go!
They begin with a run by Fournette. Space to maneuver at the 40. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there. 75 yards. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. Extra point attempt here still to come. No problem there on the extra point. And the lead is now 17-3. Now McManus on to kick this one off. This fielded at the 2. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. So a minute 56 to play in this first half. Back with more of the AFC Championship game after this. First and 10. Roth forced out to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but That's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. To throw again. Roth. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
All right, now, look at 56.
On 3rd down, it's Gross. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. And his kick here is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interceptions, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Fournette, a 1st down carry. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the 1st half of play. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll get across the 20, but only to about the 22-yard line. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop. And that's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. So, yeah, who has time for a halftime show with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line? Let's get back to it. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Lucky 56.
Now a play fake here on first down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Edwards. A swift move and then tackled just on the other side of midfield. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
The Chiefs on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Detroit!
Back to throw. Roth. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Harmon. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Looking to throw on second down. Wrong. Dumps it off to Fournette. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7. Second catch of this AFC title game, but he's got a first down.
As the field starts to get condensed, the defense likes that a lot because now you don't have as much space to cover, but a well-run corner route there.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. Well, they've been part of the cream of the crop in the AFC all season. It's becoming more and more evident that they're going to get a shot to play for that Super Bowl title.
The momentum has been building, and you mentioned how well they've played throughout the season. It's all come together for them, and they're really laser-focused on being that team to represent in the Super Bowl.
They have been dominant in this one. This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because
that's caught at the 25. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A gain of 32 that time. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here on first down. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, did a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. The Colts on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. Back 99 Philly, here we go. Detroit! Detroit!
He'll look to throw. Well, they would have gotten a conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll run it with Bell. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. They'll set up a throw. Goes underneath for Bell. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it's a 2nd down.
Detroit! 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 All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Now he's forced out right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Khalil Mack able to drop him for a loss of a couple. The Colts on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12.
Over!
He'll drop to throw. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. David Njoku, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Colts are able to draw a bit closer. Mike Zimmer's made the decision. His guys will go for 2. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Eluding the pressure right. And that's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away. Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
On the crossing route, complete. It's Curry. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
We're back now in KC. It's the Chiefs with the lead and the football here as we get set for quarter number 4. And they'll try the Brown game here with the running back. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They find some open field here. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it at him. We've got him now.
And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there, saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and they open the lead up now to 25. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Colts coming out now.
Leopard! Detroit!
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to his tight end, David Njoku. That'll bring up second down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Leopard!
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Crawford. Second catch of this AFC title game, and he's got a first down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jair Alexander.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
On first down, Roth. Throw left side complete. That's Edwards. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Watch him now, Barney!
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Tackled that time by Sidney Jones. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. They'll run it now out of the gun. Spinning away. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains, that one for 14 yards and another first. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
Patriot!
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Time for a break. Back to wrap up the AFC Championship game after this. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Watch him now, Barney!
And they'll run it here. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Here now, Johnny Townsend. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And this will be covered up. Pretty good result. It'll be down at the 14-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch him now, Barney!
They go play action here on 1st down. Out to his left. Now a desperation throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 40. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
All of sports.
That means they